Hey everybody, Mike Slifer here in the First Alert Forecast Center. We are looking ahead to some active weather here in Connecticut, a bit of an unsettled pattern. And we have the chance for some showers and thunderstorms tonight, showers, periods of drizzle tomorrow, and the chance for even more rain on Thursday. And it all ends Thursday evening with the risk for some thunderstorms. So we'll take you through everything here. Thursday is a First Alert weather day. We made it to 80 today for the high temperature for the Hartford area, which is above normal for this time of year. But as of at least now, we have not seen any rain specifically for the Hartford area. We are tracking some showers right now on First Alert Live radar. So you can see the beam originating from within our state's borders here on First Alert Live radar. But we want to draw your attention to northwestern Connecticut right now through Sharon and Salisbury. That's where we are actually looking at some showers that are getting ready to move in. And we're also tracking a thunderstorm right now in the lower Hudson Valley. So we'll show you the close-up view here as these downpours get ready to move over the border and into the state. Again, this is Salisbury, basically tracking along 44 out through Lakeville right now. And there's more behind that into the Hudson River Valley. The lower Hudson Valley, check out this thunderstorm here that's about to cross over the river. And this is heading to the northeast. So this could make its way to Danbury, Sherman, cross over Candlewood, perhaps impact New Fairfield, Brookfield, and into New Milford. So your first alert, if you're in any of those areas, that things could get a bit loud here in the next 45 minutes to an hour or so. This storm is not moving all that quickly, but it has been able to hold together as it makes its way across the Hudson River right now. And we certainly see more activity behind this storm system. Or rather, I should say, behind this storm, there is a storm system. We have a disturbance passing through, which is leading to more numerous showers, more thunderstorms. A lot of those across western Pennsylvania right now are decaying as they move into the central part of the state. So by the time they reach us here in Connecticut, could be just some downpours, some showers. We're not expecting any severe weather here, even if we do hear a few rumbles of thunder. The risk for showers will be rising once we get to and past midnight tonight, lasting right through the start of the day tomorrow. Temperatures will fall off very slowly. Dew points are up into the 60s. It's very muggy out there, and that means that we won't see temperatures fall too much at all. So by 11 o'clock, there it is, that thunderstorm moving into parts of northern Fairfield County, southern Litchfield County, and watch as the showers continue to traverse the state overnight tonight, lasting into the start of the day tomorrow. And during the day tomorrow, we still will see some isolated showers, periods of drizzle. We have this prolonged northeasterly wind tomorrow, too, which keeps us a bit cloudy and a little bit damp. So it's certainly not going to be a warm day by any means, at least compared to where we've been. Temperatures are still forecast to reach about 70 and 75, but not as warm as it was today, I should say, with temperatures approaching, if not exceeding, 80 degrees. Now, late tomorrow night into Thursday morning is when our next batch of heavier rain will arrive. So we've gone ahead and declared Thursday a First Alert weather day. We're expecting heavy rain early in the morning on Thursday. So you can join Scott Haney as he tracks downpours. And then in the evening, Mark and I will be tracking thunderstorms, some of which could be strong, perhaps even severe. So during the morning commute, some ponding on the roadways, reduced visibility, really just not a nice start to the day on Thursday. In the evening, it's all about outdoor activities, including the Big E and the Durham Fair. So those are the things that we have that we're watching as we get into, say, Thursday evening. Now, overnight, Wednesday into Thursday, here it is, that next slug of rain getting ready to move in. We'll take you through the pre-dawn hours here Thursday. Some downpours out there, certainly possible. And once we get into the late morning, early afternoon hours Thursday, there's a lull. So we do get this brief break on Thursday, but here's the next round getting ready to roll in, and this will be all courtesy of the cold front actually getting ready to approach and pass through. 11 p.m. Thursday. Look at all the reds popping up here on First Alert Futurecast before everything clears out by Friday morning. The Storm Prediction Center has been shifting where the greatest risk for severe weather is a little bit. Western Connecticut still highlighted underneath this level 1 risk. We'll be watching very closely here. Something that we'll have to keep an eye on is how much instability we can actually have develop here. In other words, how much energy do any potential thunderstorms have to use? We typically would expect to see temperatures to be a bit higher when we are expecting more instability. Thus, storms could potentially get a bit stronger. So it's possible that we see this get cut back a little bit, but it really depends on where the front itself actually sets up. So again, just be sure to download the free First Alert Weather app. It'll send you updates based on your location, especially if lightning is headed your way. Here's the Durham Fair forecast for Thursday evening. We see showers and thunderstorm icons popping up as temperatures slowly fall through the 70s. So will be a bit active out there. It will certainly be muggy too. Now, by the time all is said and done, we're looking at about 1 to 2 inches of rainfall. Models in pretty good agreement on these amounts. There could be some locally higher amounts, especially in areas that see repeated thunderstorms. We can't completely rule out some isolated poor drainage type flooding on Thursday, especially depending on just how much rain we see in the morning and how strong the storms are in the evening. But overall, we do need the rain. This is going to be a beneficial rainfall event for us. Dew points are well into the 60s. It is muggy outside. If you haven't stepped outside at all today, you can really feel the difference in the air, and that will be the case through the day tomorrow too, and really through most of the rest of the week. It's not until Friday and especially into Saturday where we finally get rid of some of that mugginess. Temperatures about 65 to 70, a little bit milder from New Haven and points southwest, but either way, warm for this time of year. Typically, our low temperature would be around 51 degrees for the Hartford area. We are forecasting temperatures to stay in the 60s, 60 to 65 for many towns. Here's a live look at our ICAM in Waterbury right now. Winds are calm, and overhead we have a bit more in the way of cloud cover, but everything is dry. So this is overlooking the green, West Main Street, and we'll take you live to our ICAM in Rocky Hill looking north to the Hartford skyline. For now, visibility is quite good. Temperatures tonight in the lower 60s across the Litchfield Hills, 60 to 65 through Hartford County, with lower 60s mixed in across the quiet corner of northeastern Connecticut. Shoreline towns could even be in the mid-60s. We're expecting, say, lower half of the 60s in southeastern Connecticut, but as we get closer and closer to the New Haven metro area, that's where we see the greater chance of some mid-60s mixed in. 66, for example, in Milford, 66 in Fairfield tonight, too. If your plans tomorrow take you up to West Springfield, the Big E, of course, still ongoing. Temperatures will be quite mild as we start off the day. But you'll be battling showers. We're forecasting a high temperature around 70 degrees. It'll be drizzly, not necessarily the nicest day to be outdoors, but could be a great day to explore some of the indoor exhibits at the Big E. Pollen counts will be quite low over the next 3 days, given the unsettled pattern. It's ragweed, sagebush, and grasses this time of year. So those are the big fall allergens. If you're allergic to any of those, you've likely seen that already in the earlier on in the season, but this unsettled pattern certainly helps to keep the pollen counts a bit low. So as we mentioned earlier, how much instability we see on Thursday depends on where this boundary ends up. We do expect it to shift north of us, which will help to increase our instability a bit and give us the fuel for that cold front to allow for some thunderstorms later on in the evening on Thursday. Again, some of those could be on the stronger side. Dew points will drop back, so pleasant air returns starting Friday, lasting into and through the weekend. Big improvements in just how it feels out there if you're not a big fan of the mugginess. The First Alert 7-day forecast shows temperatures around 70 tomorrow, 63 tomorrow night, 73 on Thursday, 65 Thursday night. And then we're near 80 for highs Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Normal high as of next Monday, the 29th, is 70 degrees. We're forecasting a high of 77, 75 on Tuesday. Shoreline towns, 75 tomorrow, 74 on Thursday. Near 80 Friday, Saturday, Sunday, dipping back down next week. The latest from Gabrielle, now a Category 3 hurricane, so it's starting to weaken a bit. It's encountering a bit more wind shear. It's encountering some cooler water. Both of those factors will allow it to keep on weakening as it keeps moving off to the north and east, eventually making its way toward Portugal. By the time we get to the end of the weekend, the remnants from Gabrielle could certainly bring some rain to Portugal and into parts of Spain. And here's another update for you. Both of the waves being monitored by the National Hurricane Center now have a high chance of actually becoming named in the next 7 days. The one that's a little bit closer to the central Atlantic still has a slightly higher chance, but either way, this is an update compared to what we saw earlier. We've passed the official peak of hurricane season, at least climatologically speaking, but we still tend to see a lot of activity throughout the month of September, even into October, and don't forget the season itself runs through the end of November. Foliage starting to appear a bit more locally, but if you want to head north, it's looking even better. We're starting to see those shades of orange popping up for parts of the Berkshires into the Green Mountains, parts of the high elevations of New Hampshire and Maine. And by, say, early next week, we should see a little bit more in the way of color all the way down to the shoreline here in Connecticut. And this is all in spite of what appears to be a pretty mild and warm start to October. The 8 to 14-day outlook here brings us from October 1st through the 7th. So it almost encompasses the entire first week of the month. And it looks like things will be running a bit warmer than normal. At the same time, normal high temperatures will be falling. Normal high is 70 as of September 29th. And then, of course, it slips into and through the 60s. 60 is the normal high as of October 24th, almost 1 month from today. But as we see it now, certainly a bit unsettled the next couple of days. Certainly muggy out there, too. Thursday is the day that we expect the greatest impacts, our first alert weather day, leading into some quieter conditions for Friday. Great for Friday Night Football, great for the Durham Fair, and great for any other activities you might have planned the weekend. Certainly a little bit warm for this time of year, but still looking stellar otherwise. You can join us on the Wax in 20 minutes as we track any showers that are moving into and through Connecticut. Chief Meteorologist Mark Dixon will be here tonight at 11, and you can tune back in tomorrow morning to Channel 3 or the Wax. Our next First Alert Weather Extra will be streaming live on WFSB Plus at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Have a great night. Hope you join us in 20.